Hey there, treasure seekers. Welcome to Treasure Tales, where every story unlocks a powerful lesson. Today's story is Whispers of the Wind, the journey of a quiet girl who discovered that her voice is more powerful than she ever imagined. Let's dive in. Chapter 1, The Invisible Girl. Amara scrolled through her phone, watching as her classmates posted selfies, dance challenges, and confident, unfiltered opinions. She wished she could be like them. But every time she tried to speak in class, her throat tightened. What if she said something dumb? What if they laughed? At home, things weren't much better. Her father, ever since her mom passed, barely spoke. Silence was easier than emotions. Amara felt like she didn't exist. Chapter 2, The Mysterious Wind Chime. Her grandmother came over for dinner that night, carrying a small box wrapped in faded ribbon. "This," she said, pulling out an intricately designed wind chime, "belonged to the women in our family for generations. It gave them courage when they needed it most." Amara frowned. "Courage?" Her grandmother smiled. "Hang it up, listen closely, and you'll understand." Chapter 3, The First Whisper. That night, Amara hung the wind chime outside her bedroom window. The breeze was soft, making the chime sway. Then she heard it, a whisper, woven into the wind. "Your voice is stronger than you think." She jumped back, heart pounding. Was she imagining this? Chapter 4, Trying to Speak. The next day, her English teacher asked a question. Amara knew the answer. Her heart pounded. Slowly, she raised her hand. Her voice was barely above a whisper, but the teacher nodded. "Great insight, Amara." For the first time, someone noticed her words. Chapter 5, Social Anxiety and Self-Doubt. Amara kept trying. At lunch, she forced herself to join a conversation. At home, she tried to talk more with her dad. But self-doubt hit her hard. What if her voice wasn't special? What if no one really cared? She clutched the wind chime, whispering, "I don't think I can do this." And the wind whispered back, "Courage isn't being fearless. It's speaking even when you're scared." Chapter 6, The School Podcast Challenge. Their school announced a podcast competition. The topic, the power of your voice. Her best friend, Maya, urged her to enter. "You love storytelling, Amara. This is perfect for you." Amara wanted to say yes. But how could she, when just the thought of speaking into a mic made her panic? Chapter 7, Fear versus Action. Amara practiced in front of her mirror. Her voice wavered, her hands shook. It wasn't perfect. She almost quit. But that night, the wind chime whispered, "The world only hears you if you let it." She took a deep breath. Maybe she didn't have to be perfect. Maybe she just had to try. Chapter 8, The Podcast Debut. Amara recorded her entry at school. Her voice was shaky at first, but she spoke from her heart. She shared her struggles with being afraid to speak up, feeling invisible, doubting herself, but learning that her words had value. When she finished, her classmates clapped. Maya hugged her. Even her teacher teared up. She did it. She finally did it. Chapter 9, The Unexpected Surprise. A week later, Amara sat in class when the school principal made an announcement. And the winner of the podcast challenge is Amara Johnson. Her classmates cheered. She wasn't invisible anymore. When she got home, her father stood waiting at the door. He smiled, really smiled. "You remind me of your mother," he said, voice thick with emotion. She always knew the power of her words. For the first time in years, they hugged. Chapter 10, Whispers No More. Amara stood in front of the school assembly, holding the award. For so long, she thought she needed the wind chime to give her confidence. But standing there, she realized it was never the chime. It was her all along. She smiled as she spoke into the mic, not as the invisible girl, but as Amara, the girl who found her voice. The lesson: your voice matters, even when it shakes, even when it feels small. Speak up, because the world is waiting to hear you. Wow, what a journey! Amara's story is a powerful reminder that confidence doesn't come from magic. It comes from within us. Sometimes we just need a little push to believe in ourselves. Think about it. How many times have you held back from speaking up because of fear? How many dreams have stayed hidden because you didn't think your voice mattered? Well, guess what? Your voice is important. Your thoughts, your ideas, they deserve to be heard. Just like Amara, you don't need a wind chime, a lucky charm, or anyone's approval to speak up. You just need to trust yourself. Now, I want to hear from you. What part of Amara's journey inspired you the most? Have you ever struggled to find your voice? Share your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. And if this story moved you, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another inspiring tale from Treasure Tales. Because every story unlocks a lesson, and who knows, the next one might just change your life. Until next time, treasure seekers, keep believing, keep speaking up, and keep unlocking the treasure within you. See you in the next story.